on the alleged misuse of confidential funds. Ginagamit ito ng complainant para ipakita na may misuse o malversation ng confidential funds. Pero mahalagang tandaan na ang paggamit ng confidential funds ay governed ng COA DBM Joint Circular 2015-01. Sa circular na ito, kinikilala na ang confidential funds ay ginagamit para saan? Surveillance activities, intelligence gathering, informant payments. Dahil dito, cash transactions talaga lahat yan. So hindi porket may mga cash transactions o may movement ng funds, ibig sabihin, meron ng malversation o merong corruption na nangyayari. Hindi rin pwedeng sabihin, bakit nagastos yung pera in 11 days as alleged? Dahil ang spending, yung bilis ng paggastos, hindi naman automatic, ibig sabihin, illegal na. Confidential operations often require immediate payments to sources like informants. Ang mas mahalagang problema sa complaint ay hindi nito pinapakita kung saan napunta ang pera. May personal benefit ba na pumunta o nakuha ang Vice Presidente? Wala sa complaint allegations na tumanggap siya ng bahagi ng pera. Walang nakasaad na may asset bang nabili using that funds. May bank transfer ba papunta sa kanya? Ang reliance ng complaint, kung babasahin natin, mula sa mga COA audit findings. Audit observation memorandum, notice of suspension, notice of disallowance. Pero sa ilalim ng COA audit rules, ano ba yung audit observation memorandum? Preliminary observation lang ito. Ano yung notice of suspension? Pagkulang ang dokumento. Ano yung notice of disallowance? Administrative finding. Pero ito, subject to appeal.
Madam Chair, point of order muna.
There's a point of order. Honorable Suntay, let's hear the point of order of the Honorable Abante.
Yung ba pinag-uusapan natin? Ano ko yung ba pinag-uusapan natin?
This is about confidential fund.
Oo.
Yes, this is about confidential
Ang
funds.
pinag-uusapan natin kanina,
Madam Chair,
Kung
this is
tendre
regarding
lang,
confidential
Let's,
funds.
Nagpapa-
let's
Papaliwanag
allow
pa
the
ako eh.
Honorable Abante to finish the point of order.
ang pinag-uusapan natin kanina, kung yung office ng Secretary of Education, saka yung Vice President's office, impeachable offense ba yun?
Madam Chair,
Pinag-uusapan
Article 2
yun. Dali
ng
lang,
impeachment complaint.
nagsasalita pa
Kindly
ako.
wait
eh,
until
baka
he
naman, no?
finishes.
No. Binapaliwanag mo kung paano ginamit ang confidential fund. Hindi pa naman pinag-uusapan yan eh. Pangalawa, paliwanag. Dapat yan pinag-uusapan niya sa impeachment court. Hindi dito. Madam Chair, yun lang.
For the guidance of the Honorable Abante, there are allegations as to misuse of confidential fund in the office of the Department of Education with the Vice President as Secretary of Education. So, it is my humble submission that the manifestation of the Honorable Suntay is aligned to the deliberation on the second ground of the fourth impeachment complaint. The point of order is overruled.
Thank you very much, Madam
The Honorable
Chair.
Suntay may proceed.
And to my good friend, Congressman Abante, if I may continue.
You may. Thank you.
Hindi ito automatic proof ng graph o malversation. Ito ay consistent sa sinabi ng Supreme Court sa Navales versus People at Guillen versus People. GR numbers 219, 598 at 220108. Kung saan sinabi ng Korte na procedural irregularities on procurement violations do not automatically result in criminal liability or graft. Makikita rin, kagaya ng sinabi ng aking paboritong colleague, Congressman Joel Chua kanina, may nabanggit siya tungkol sa kay Madriaga, affidavit ni Madriaga. May tanong ko lang, nasaan ba si Madriaga? Di ba, nakakulong yata? So we are relying on an affidavit issued by an individual who is currently in prison. Now, sino ba si Madriaga? Meron ba siyang appointment kay BP Sara to prove that he is an employee or an authorized person? Para ma-direct na naman natin yung linkage nung dalawa. Kasi if we rely heavily dun sa affidavit niya, it should not come
Madam
from
Chair,
a polluted force.
point of
Madam
order.
Chair.
There's another point of order. Let's hear the Honorable Dilima.
Are we talking now here about the credibility of a prospective witness in these proceedings? We're not yet at the evidentiary stage. We're not yet supposed to judge whether or not Mr. Madiarga is credible. So it is premature and it tries to divert the matter now. We are just talking here about the confidential funds and also about the concurrent capacity, of the commission of offenses of the Vice President in her concurrent capacity as Secretary of Education.
Madam
So let's
Chair.
not talk yet about whether or not worthy, whether or not credible, whether or not totoo yung sinasabi ni Madiarga. We have yet to hear from him, aside from this sworn testimony, or sworn affidavit. So that's out of order, Madam Chair.
Madam Chair,
The Honorable Suntay.
it is necessary to raise this because his affidavit is attached to the complaint and it is relied on heavily. Yun lang ang point ko.
Nevertheless, the Honorable
But-
Suntay, please be reminded that we are only at the stage of the sufficiency in substance. We are not discussing yet the weight of the evidence attached.
Yes, I know, Madam Chair. I
The
just
point
want to
of
make a
order
point.
is sustained.
This is just a recital of facts. By the reading of the affidavit itself, titignan po natin kung meron nga po talagang offense charge. At maliwanag naman po dito, meron pong perang nilabas, as cited in paragraph 123 of the complaint. And ito pong 125 million na binabanggit dito, sinabi rin po sa paragraph 125 ay pinasa sa kay certain Dante La Chica. At dito rin po sa dito rin po sa complaint na to, maliwanag sa paragraph 134 na sinasabi po ni Madriaga na siya po yung kumuha nitong pera at diniliver niya. So meron pong money trail na hinahanap po tayo. Now, bakit po nakunik ang Vice President? Kasi po, sinasabi rin po dito sa paragraph 150, sinasabi po dito na yung pong pagpapasa ng pera from the SDO to another na wala naman pong koneksyon ay upon the instruction of the Vice President. Now, dito rin po sa ating affidavit, nakalagay rin po dito at dinefine din po dito kung ano po ang definition o element ng graft and corruption. Nakalagay po yan sa paragraph 146. RA number 3019, paragraph 3A, penalizes public officers who persuade, induce, or influence another public officer to perform an act constituting a violation of rules and regulation. Definitely, yung pagpupunta po ng pera from one person other than the SDO is a violation of rules and regulation. Thank you po.
Madam Chair, a quick
Thank you.
reply.
Before I call the Honorable Suntay, let me finish first with the list. The Honorable Nasal and then the Honorable Acosta.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Madam Chair, Article 2 likewise fails to meet the constitutional threshold of sufficiency in substance. The issues raised, particularly those concerning confidential funds, under Joint Circular number 2015-01, audit observation memoranda and notices of disallowance were substantially discussed during prior deliberations. Nung in-apply ng committee yung standards na ito during the PBBM proceedings, sinabi nun na ang preliminary audit findings are not final adjudications of liability. Audit observation memoranda and notices of disallowance remain appealable and subject to administrative and judicial review. Kaya standing alone, kitang-kita na these do not establish graft malversation or betrayal of public trust. Rapid liquidation by itself is not per se unlawful. Cash handling is intrinsic to the nature of confidential and intelligence funds. What must be pleaded are ultimate facts of unlawful conversion, personal appropriation, manifest bad faith, or a specific amount personally received by the respondent. Pag binasa yung complaint, wala naman naka-allege dito na essential elements. Puro inferences lang ang meron. Inference is not an ultimate fact. For these reasons, Article 2 likewise fails the insufficiency in substance threshold.
Lastly, alam mo minsan, nasa Shangri-La ako, nakita ko si Ann Curtis. Ang ganda-ganda pala niya. May desire sa loob ko na nag-init talaga. Na-imagine ko na lang kung anong pwedeng mangyari. Pero siyempre, hanggang imagination na lang yon. Pero, di naman siguro ako pwedeng kasuhan dahil kung ano-ano yung na-imagine ko eh. Thank you very much, Madam Chair.
If the Honorable Zamora.
Madam Chair, I would like to have those statements stricken from the record.
Madam Chair,
There is
Happy
nothing
Women's Month, Madam Chair.
sexual dun sa sinabi ko. Nothing immoral. It's just, I said, may na-imagine ako. I think there is nothing wrong.
Nevertheless, Madam
Madam
Chair,
Chair.
I want that deleted in the record.
Can the chair hear the proper motion towards
I
striking
make a
out
motion,
from the
Madam
record?
Chair.
Madam Chair, I just want to put on record that we cannot censure
The Honorable
anything which
Suntay is
illegal,
enjoined
which is
from
not
further
illegal
making
or
manifestation
immoral.
until we resolve the motion. Order, please. With 13 votes in the affirmative, 2 in the negative, and 0 abstention, let the chair say it for the third time. With 13 votes in the affirmative, 2 in the negative, and 2 abstention, the chair orders that the earlier manifestation of the Honorable Suntay be stricken out from the record. So ordered.
Madam Chair, manifestation.
Now you're allowed to make a manifestation.
I think we are starting a dangerous precedent because now we are censoring manifestations which is neither illegal or immoral. So imagine we are conducting a hearing, but now statements which are neither immoral or illegal can be stricken out of the record without any reason. I think that's a terrible
Madam
precedent
Madam
that we're
Chair.
starting.
The Honorable
Thank you.
Zamora.
With all due respect to my friend, Congressman Bong Suntay, it is just the start of the Women's Month. And I don't think that we should be hearing such comments from our dear colleagues. We are not censuring anything, but we are reminding them that, in fact, we should support women by not saying these statements. Next week, Madam Chair, for the record, I'll be attending the UN conference on the Commission, 70th Commission on the Status of Women. This is, I'm sorry, Madam Chair, I just wanted to say this. And this is about removing structural barriers to women's empowerment. And things like this do not empower women. Thank you, Madam Chair.
The chair
Yes.
would like to state that if the manifestation of the justice member offends the sensitivity of the justice members, then it means that we are crossing the boundaries already.
Madam Chair.
After all, we rule here by the judgment of the justice members. So I hope we respect the decision of the majority of the Justice Committee.
Madam Chair, just for clarity, there are two words which was uttered. I want to know, which was offensive? The word desire or the word imagination?
Madam Chair, point of order, Madam.
The Honorable Suntay is reminded that
Point of order, Madam Chair. Point of
as
order.
to whether or not the manifestation is indeed
No, because
suggestive
I just
of
want to know what
immoral.
is being...
Order, please. The
Point
chair
of order.
is
I'm
addressing the committee.
I'm raising a point of order, Madam Chair, on the basis that...
Please let the chair finish with her statement. As to whether or not the manifestation of the Honorable Suntay is offensive of our morality is a judgment that belongs exclusively to the justice members. I think the majority have spoken already. The
Madam Chair,
Honorable Adjong is
Thank you, Madam Chair.
recognized.
I'm raising a point of order on the basis that the issue has already been acted upon by the committee. the committee decided to delete and strike portion of the statement of Congressman Swansing from the record. So let's proceed. Let's move forward.
Madam Chair,
There's
I
no
am
point of-
manifestation
there's
is
no point of
noted.
dilly-dallying the process by going back to the issue that has already been acted by the committee. So that is my point of order.
Madam Chair,
Honorable
point of order
Santay.
also. I am not questioning that the statement was stricken out. I am asking so that next time I would be more careful. If it is desire, I will never use desire in this committee. If it is imagination, then I will not use it also. Just for clarity, clarification purposes. Dahil baka yung iba yung gumamit, di ba? Dapat they should be forewarned also. So
Madam
that's why
Chair.
I'm asking.
To conclude,